This is my day of cooking, but as you see...
That's Francisco Martinez, the co-director of Faithful Companions of Jesus, also known as FCJ Refugee Center.
We are not only a refugee house, we are a house for immigrants, for migrants, for refugees, for people without status. The door is open for everybody.
But now Martinez is trying to help a new wave of asylum seekers, undocumented ones.
We help them in integration, we help them in settlement, we welcome them. And we provide all the resources that we have in this society, to start moving forward.
One of the reasons behind the wave of undocumented immigrants is Roxham Road. The 10-kilometer unguarded border has brought in up to 70,000 illegal immigrants from the U.S., and less than a quarter of them have made their way to Toronto. But finding housing in an expensive and overpopulated city has been a challenge.
When a refugee single person comes to this country, do you know where he ends up? With the homeless shelters.
That's why the federal government stepped in and housed 600 asylum seekers in hotels like this one. But that plan isn't permanent. The refugees just have 4 weeks until the hotel kicks them out. But Martinez says the government got it all wrong to begin with.
We need to involve the city. But when I said city, is not the city hall. The city, the people living here.
But that plan isn't as easy to sell as Martinez makes it sound. Already a poll by Angus Ray shows that half of Canadians think their regular border crossings are a crisis. And with the municipal election just 3 days away, Torontonians will be paying close attention to which mayoral candidates will better lead them in these times. Gautam Nath is one of 35 mayoral candidates who think they can fix Toronto's refugee problem.
I myself have walked the journey.
Nath says his Indian background helps him sympathize and understand the refugees' needs.
When you're an immigrant, you know what it is to be an immigrant. When you're born here and literally born with a silver spoon in your mouth, then it's just, what do you call it, political talk.
In terms of the asylum seeking issue, how would you as a mayor deal with that?
This city is already overpopulated and under-equipped to handle that kind of influx coming in, and we should actually be working on, and I'd call them sanctuary cities, but smaller towns outside.
So, as mayor, you're saying that we should relocate the refugees to other provinces because Toronto is overpopulated?
Because Toronto is overpopulated, the refugees won't get as much opportunity to do something, and therefore they'll languish.
But Nath's positive outlook isn't shared by one of his main rivals.
I'm running on a Toronto first policy. So I was raised on a very, very simple rule growing up, and that's you take care of your own backyard before you look after the world.
Goldie has based her campaign on deporting all the undocumented immigrants.
I will be busing them to the front lawn of the official residence of the Prime Minister.
But Ontario's NDP leader says the provincial government should be the one to blame, not the Prime Minister.
Well, I mean, this government does nothing but point fingers at folks who are asylum seekers and use rhetoric and language that's incendiary, that's dog whistle to try to divide our communities.
A lot of resources.
In the meantime, Martinez is training new volunteers to help tackle this problem. And to those looking to seek asylum in Canada, Martinez says,
do what you gotta do. The FCJ
I'm Nondo for Say News.